Hey everybody, this is S. Anthony. Look, this is the S. Anthony Says podcast, episode number 495. I'm going to jump into this really quickly because basically, I just want to talk about how adults and kids are very similar. We do exactly the same thing. Kids do dopey crap and adults do dopey crap. It's the same thing, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know whether or not you guys have one of those doorbell cameras on your house. I have one of those. And it's amazing how you just catch everything. Someone tries to be slick. I had someone try to be a potential porch pirate, which is very rare where I am. And they were completely shocked that I walked out the house. And they, am I at the wrong house with this bag in my hand that I was going to use? Definitely not for taking bags off of a bunch of people's porches. And I'm looking at the guy and I'm going, you're at the wrong house. No problem, buddy. Yeah, but we're all kind of home all the time, you know? Like, say, for example, somebody was to come on my porch, which obviously you're not doing, but if somebody was to come on my porch and try to steal a package, I would hurt them. I would hurt them very badly. But obviously you're not doing that, right? Oh, no, sir, I'm going to the other. Then he got in his car and drove away. And why did that happen? Because I'm looking right out at the doorbell camera. I can see the fool getting out of his car. And I walked him like, I know this fool is not going to come on my porch because he's looking suspicious. And I walk right by my front door. I'm looking at my phone, the phone I'm recording this episode on because I can't get home in time to record the episode. Sorry about that, about the sound. The sound's not going to be normal, but I'm doing it on my phone because I want to stick with my schedule. Back to the story. And I see his punk ass. And I'm right behind the door, and I'm waiting until all I want him to do is open the gate, because he's not even going to get near my packages. And the gate opens up, and I open up the door, and I just said what he said, and I said what I said. And it's amazing what these doorbell cameras can do. Somebody does something slick, you can catch them. But kids are exactly the same way. And it's amazing to me that kids, even though they're so great with technology, even the young ones, have not figured out the concept that a doorbell camera has a camera on it. For the most part, Ding Dong Dash and Ding Dong Ditches have stopped. Ding Dong Dash is basically, for those of you outside of the United States, is when some kids come up to your porch, ring the doorbell, and run away before you get to the door laughing. Hee 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 hee. We annoyed a strange person for no reason. Hee 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 hee. Right? But everybody on my block, everybody on both sides of my block, we all have doorbell cameras. Not the same brand, different brands, but they all work the same. So the kid comes up on my porch and he rings the doorbell. Now, sometimes they'll come on the porch. Can I sweep? Can I do some shoveling for you? Can I pick up these leaves? So I'm thinking it's going to be one of those, right? And I'm probably going to just, without even getting up, just saying to the phone, hey, and say the kid's name. I'm okay right now. I don't need that right now, but thank you, right? But what does he do? He hits the friggin' thing. Ding, ding, ding. And then they're going to running off the porch. And I didn't even bust him. There was no reason to. I didn't even get up. I probably disappointed him with the fact that I never got up. Because you see, there's a camera there, and I know you don't want anything, so there's no reason for me to get up. Oh. So I waited till the next day. I'm driving home. He's walking down the street. He sees me. He greets me by Mr. S. Hey, Mr. S. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And I say his name. And I say, hey, that was a nice jersey you had on yesterday. What jersey? Oh, the one you were wearing when you rang my doorbell and ran away. And he froze and he looked at me, expecting me to be angry. I, of course, wasn't angry. I just needed them to know that I know. That's a lot of times, that's all you need to do is to let the person know that you know. And either they're going to find out that you want them to stop and they'll just stop, or you're just about to bust them, right? Now, if I was a bad person, I would go and I would say, let me walk you to your parents' house and tell what you did. Or if I was an even worse person, I'd go, I'm not going to tell your parents, young man. Of course not. Why would I go all the way over to your house to tell your parents when I could just walk into my house and get some bags for the leaves you're going to be raking up for free, punk? I could do that, right? I won't. Just letting them know that I knew was enough. Because sometimes people like to do something to you and be around you and enjoy the fact that you know, as the person who did the thing, and they don't know, the person who's the victim, but you're sitting there smiling at them, knowing you got away with something. Now let's go to the adult version. That's the kid version. But the adult version is the person that cheats and stays married to you, or the person that cheats and is still in a relationship with you. You know what I'm talking about if you've ever been cheated on, right? You're working hard, right? And you have a pattern. You never come home till 7 o'clock. I mean, it's like clockwork. It's been a couple of years. You are like a metronome. At 7 o'clock, you come in. So they're very confident that you're not going to be home till 7. Maybe they can sneak off to a hotel. They sneak off to a hotel at 4 o'clock, find the other person they're getting it on with, go out to have an late lunch or an early dinner with them, get it on with them in the hotel, and pull up into the house at 6:30 and begin preparing dinner. And then you walk in, hey, honey, you give them a kiss, right? Right? And they're preparing dinner and you don't know anything's even happening. But unfortunately, that kind of messes up their thrill, doesn't it? It messes up their thrill. They're not as excited because they want it to be really, really, really weird. They needed to be really, really close to being caught. So after a while, they're so confident that you won't be back until 7. So they sync up when their significant other, when their affair partner is going to sneak into the house. They actually sneak them into your house. Ooh, they sneak them into your house. Whoa, they sneak them into your house. Ooh, 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 and they go into your room and do what they do. But it's laundry day. It's laundry day. So they're going to have to take the sheets and wash them anyway. So it's not a big deal. They're washing the sheets anyway. So you're not suspicious that they're washing the sheets because they wash their sheets on this day anyway. So they get to bring their affair partner into the house, get it on with them in your house. Right? And then all of a sudden they start getting all frisky with you because they're excited that they got away with it. They're excited that they got it on with the other person. They're excited. Oh, this is exciting. I'm getting away with it, right? And just like anybody that does something wrong, they get a little too cocky, right? They get a little too cocky. Right? Maybe they make a mistake. Maybe they forget to change the sheets and they have to run in the room. Oh, let me get those sheets really quickly. Why are you running into the room to get the sheets so quickly? Oh, I just want to make sure that I get the laundry done. Right? Maybe the condom wrapper's still on the floor. You don't wear condoms. You've been married years. You don't wear condoms. She's on birth control. She likes you not to wear a condom, so she does birth control. And maybe you'll have kids later, but right now she doesn't want you to wear a condom. So you don't have any condoms in the house. Ooh, she has to let me run the vacuum sweeper really quickly. And she gets the condom off the floor. She almost got caught. It's more exciting. Ooh. That's what's fun to that person. Getting away with something, just like the little kid was trying to get away with the ding dong ditch, but you put in the Ring camera or the Blink camera or the Soupy-Floop camera, whatever the brand name camera is, and you caught their little punk behind, and you let them know that you know. You don't say anything. You just let them know. Yeah, I just got a Ring camera or a Blink camera or this camera or that camera. Sometimes you don't even bust them. You just put the camera up there. Right? Sometimes you go, or you announce you have the camera. Yeah, I just got a camera. There's a camera bell. Yeah. You know, I don't look at it that often, but I'm going to start looking at it from now on just in case somebody does something. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, sir. And now he knows not to do it again. But what do you do as an adult when you suspect that maybe the other person is thinking about having an affair or having an affair and you can't prove it? You got to let them know that you know, right? This time you call home at 6, right? The other person's still in the house when they're just about to get it in, and you call, yeah, I'm almost home, honey. Almost, I'm about 20 minutes away. And the person, oh, God, okay, that's great. Let me get dinner ready. Okay, let me get off the phone right now. I have to get the food ready. And they throw the other person out, right? Then you start randomizing when you come home. Right? You leave work early, you get home at 6:15, right? You don't announce it, but now she cannot figure out when you're coming home. You haven't accused her of anything. You can't prove anything, but you think something might be happening, so you randomize when you come home. Sometimes people do things to you just because they can. The kid is ringing the doorbell because they know it's not like you're going to spank him or anything. All you're going to do is get mad at them. You're not really going to do anything, right? This person is having an affair on you. They don't think you're going to do anything. They don't think you're going to dump them. But what about in both scenarios, you really do drop the hammer on the person? What if you take the recording off of your doorbell? You let the kid actually do it 5 or 6 times first, right? You could bust the kid after the first time, but the parents is going to say, Timmy, don't do that. But this time you know what? I'm going to let this kid annoy me 10 times, and I'm going to catch the Ring camera or the Blink camera, the Vloop camera, or whatever the name camera. I'm going to catch it. And then you make a compilation of them ding-dong ditching, right? And then you call their parent on their cell phone. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I just want to send you a video, okay? Oh, yeah, some stuff I've seen happening around the neighborhood. Oh, okay, yeah, we are part of a watch. Okay, send it to me. And then you send the video of the little punk ringing your doorbell a bunch of times. First of all, he wasn't even supposed to be out of the house. He was on punishment. And second, he already done some other stuff, and his parent told him if you do one more thing, you're grounded for a month or whatever. And you send that crap over there, and all of a sudden the little punk gets in trouble. You don't see him outside for about a month. Why? Because that's how long his punk behind was grounded. You dropped the hammer on his punk behind. That's right, punk. Take it. What about the significant other, though? How do you drop the hammer on them? Oh, you pretend like the clock radio was broken. You know, the one on top of the television facing the bed? And you get another one, right? You wait till they complain about it, right? Right? They don't realize that you opened it up and loosened one of the wires, and they're not really handy, so they're not even going to think about that. And you go, yeah, I'll just pick up one on the way home. I'm sick of this thing. You put it away, maybe even throw it in the trash. It's worth it. It's $40, but it's worth it just to bust your punk spouse or your significant other and all of that crap. And then you tell them, I'm definitely going to have to work all week till 8 o'clock. You sure? Oh, that's at least 8 o'clock. I will not, you know what? Don't even make dinner for me. That's how late I'm going to be coming. Yeah, that's right. And you have the camera in the clock facing the bedroom. Oh, no. And you make it a point to come home at 8:30 or 8:45. You're really getting off work at 6, but you want to give them just enough time to try to be slick. Let them think, and they're going to have, oh my goodness, they can get it on all week, every day of the week in your house. Oh, they thinking it's great. Oh, we're going to get it. We don't have to sneak around once a week. We have the whole week. Get into the car. Get on the floor, the back of the car. I'm going to put this thing over this black tarp over you because it's the same color as the inside of the car. Nobody will know. You'll come in our house. We'll do what we do. Then I'll drive around the block after you get in the back of the car. I'll drive you around to your car. Nobody will be the wiser. And none of the neighbors is wise to it. No. But you know who is wise to it? The spouse that is checking up on you. He's furious because he sees the Monday, what were you doing between 7 and 7:45 on Monday? Well, I'm not going to say what it is, but it rhymes with mexual mentor course. What about Tuesday? More mexual mentor course. What about Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? More mexual mentor course with someone that's not your husband or wife. And he's furious. It takes every bit of his willpower to not just show up at the house and whoop the other dudes behind and yell at you because he doesn't hit women. Right? And he's sleeping in the bed next to you, and you're trying to make a move on him because you feel guilty, and you're trying to give him some mexual mentor course just to calm him down, right? And he's like, I'm real, honey, maybe next, I'm just really kind of tired right now, right? Or maybe he feigns a bad back, or maybe he limps into the house saying he has a pulled groin muscle, and he couldn't possibly get it on with you or do anything like that. Just, I'm going to need a couple weeks to heal up, and you're okay with it, not a big deal, right? Meanwhile, that Saturday, I got to go into work Saturday to take care of some business. He goes into work Saturday to take care of some business. But that business is at the divorce lawyer's office. And he goes in and he says, this is what my wife was doing all week. She's been doing this off and on. I've been suspecting it. But now, as you can see, there's high definition video of it. Right? Well, you really can't record people without their knowledge. Well, actually, we have other cameras in the house as well. So there, and he goes through the whole thing and is like, oh, okay, well, that's okay, that's fine. And the next week goes by, and the next week, a few weeks goes by, right? And you don't touch it because, like you don't know if she was with another dude. You don't know what she may have caught something, so you're not going to risk catching anything, right? And she's starting to get a little frustrated because even though she likes the excitement of getting it on with someone else that's not you, she still likes getting it on with you. And you're not giving her anything. You haven't given her any of the, actual mentor course in damn near a month. Now she's starting to think you're doing something. Because in your mind, you've already gotten rid of her. You've broken up with her already. You're not thinking about her, right? The last month or so, you've been going to the gym. You were 10 pounds overweight. Well, guess what? You ain't overweight now. You lost the weight, right? You're taking even better. I mean, you were not that bad in the first place, but you tightened up your game a little bit and you're feeling a little confident. And you're going to the gym and there's a beautiful woman at the gym who's flirting with you and you tell her the whole story. Say, look, my wife is cheating and I'm just waiting to go through the divorce. And she understands because her husband was a piece of crap too. And he also cheated and she dumped him and took the money. Right? But you won't persist. I said, I think you're awesome. I can't step to you. I can't pursue you at all. I just want to make sure I get this divorce because I don't want to be just like her, even though she ended the marriage by getting it on with the other guy, right? And then somebody knocks on the door and she opens up the door. How can I help you? Are you person? That's me. Here you go. What's this? You've been served, huh? Divorce papers. What the heck? She picks up the phone to call him. He's like, hey, how's it going? What is with the divorce papers? What are you talking about? And then he says some stuff that she says to the other guy when he was in bed with her. He says whatever phrase or whatever utterance she made, right? In fact, he goes, how about this? Can you hear this? And then he plays it into the phone. Hey, what is that? You know exactly what it is. It's the reason you're not going to be married soon. And they get a divorce. And now that he's not there as the husband anymore, it's not as exciting sneaking around with the other guy. You don't have to hide him in the back of the car to take him into the house that will be sold and the proceeds split anymore. You don't want to go to the hotel anymore because why go to the hotel? There's no husband at the house. And you spend more time with that guy. And you realize that guy stinks. The only time you enjoyed him was when you were sneaking around with him, but now you're around him all the time. And you realize the guy's a huge D-bag. I should have stayed. You should have stayed. You should have stayed with your husband. But it's too late now. You're living in a much smaller house because you have to buy a house with a part of the proceeds from the house that you sold when you got divorced. You're probably going, that's a pretty interesting story you told. Is that a true story? Well, I want to say this. That's definitely not a true story. It definitely did not happen exactly like that with someone who I know who gave me permission to tell the story as long as I did not identify them. Moving on. But adults and kids are really, really the same in many, many ways. Sometimes people will do things to you because they can. Just like when you bust the kid for ringing your doorbell or doing any of those kind of pranks because you caught them on camera and they get in trouble and they have to deal with the consequences of doing all that kind of crap. Maybe they toilet papered the tree and you had it on camera. Maybe they took some air out your tires and you caught it on camera. Well, any kind of thing kids want to do that is not really going to ruin your life, but just be annoying, right? And you bust them. And you bust the spouse, right? People got to realize just because you can do something to somebody doesn't mean that you should, right? I saw a guy, it was a video, it was a guy, he was trying to steal stuff off of the porch or somebody. And because people tend to get caught with these Ring cameras, a lot of times people will put masks on, which is kind of dumb because they came to scope out the place. They come back in the exact same outfit with a mask on. The only thing different is now they have a mask on. Didn't even change clothes and they wound up going to jail. I saw one where a guy actually threw a smoke bomb on the porch to block the camera from him. And he was moving so fast to grab the stuff off the porch that the wind from him moving actually blew the smoke out of the way. He pulled his mask down, coughed, and laughed, and put the mask back up. And of course, they had his face on camera. And he got caught because he's stupid. We have to be careful. We have to realize that there are consequences to our actions. Whether we're a child who's doing childish crap, whether we're a spouse doing some infidelity, or whether we're really, really stupid criminal trying to use a smoke bomb to steal what really turned out to be stationery and some plates. Yes, enjoy the jail time because of stationery and plates. Imagine this moron in jail. Hey, man, I'm in here for double, quadruple guns. He's in there for double, quadruple this, and he's there for roughing that, and he's there for beating up that. What you in here for? I use a smoke bomb to steal some plates. Yeah, we're going to just beat you up because we can. You understand? So, let me just very informally stop this podcast. This episode is over. I have another podcast called The S. Anthony Thomas Show. Make sure you check that out. That's on Spotify and on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Mr. S. Anthony Thomas. So go check that out. Spotify, that one will be The S. Anthony Thomas Show. This podcast is also on Spotify, S. Anthony Says, okay? So go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go listen to the other podcasts. Thank you for listening to this podcast, episode number 495. I've done this 495 times. What is wrong with me? And a lot of you have listened to 495. What's wrong with you? Oh, I know what's wrong with you. You're awesome people with great taste. Moving on. I'm back, my friend. We're going to be doing this regularly. Much love to you all. Episode 495 coming up next. Episode number 496, because that's how numbers work. See you then, my friends. Much love to you. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Take care.